Hello, this is Rainbow John again, obviously, the hat. And I'm out here in my urban environment, on my little back porch here in the sunshine. And my gratitude goes to Father Son once again, as much for the blessed herb and what that implies in my life, but for the pineapple. To me, the pineapple is, such great evidence of God's goodness. I mean, just look at that as a fruit. That is a fruit to be reckoned with, and a lot of people don't really know how to cut up a pineapple. But I've always cut up a pineapple like this, like that. I just cut it off like that. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm cutting through at an angle like this, and that way you end up with not having the core. Catch it in a bowl like this and offer it up, because I think all the food that we offer up to creation becomes holy. I believe there have been experiments done where people bless water and the water actually changes form. I believe these are elements in our enlightening and our awakening as a community and as a species. In the last few days, since I started going back onto the net, I've seen some dreadful things. I saw the Waco, Texas documentary at length, and what a tragedy for the United States, and what a tragedy for Koresh and his followers, what a tragedy for people who worship the Bible, and what a tragedy for people who focus so much on Revelations. There are many, many other chapters in the Bible which show a lot more common sense and beauty. And there are passages in the Bible which still trouble me as a peacenik. That is that Christ said to take up the sword, and that's obviously what David Koresh and his followers did finally. That was a premeditated attack. I think that's right up there with the sort of thing Bush and Cheney might have had a lot to do with. And of course, when the internal terrorism idea began to take hold in their minds, and of course it was necessary a couple of years later to do, or a year later was it, to blow up that other government office with sensitive papers that probably better shouldn't be shown to the general public. The whole ball of wax is coming unstuck, and I think there are messages and lessons we can learn from this. I think there's no place for what can I say, anything but defense. And that, of course, is all that the people with Koresh were doing. And under the American view of things, that's perfectly legitimate. Unfortunately, it doesn't solve the problem. We have to get the psychopaths out of our society. And again, gleaning around the net, as the common man I am can do now, without any particular sources that are other than the ones that clearly evidence the evidence. I'm forced to confront the issue that people like Harper and perhaps Campbell and certainly Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld and the rest of those are psychopaths. And their behavior is clearly psychopathic. And nowadays, of course, that can be identified forensically. And I believe that before any more decisions are permitted by any cabinet anywhere, those individuals have to have a brain scan, to ensure that they're not demonstrating qualities of the psychopath. And if they are, then I'm afraid, you're not acceptable for public service. Similarly, if we can't go that far, although I don't think that's really far enough in many ways, I think we have to look at the diet of these people who are representing us. Are we only represented by meat eaters? Are we only people who allow our health to be ruled by pharmaceuticals? I think not. I think a great many people today prefer to find other herbal results, and those are still under attack, I gather, this way and that, because the pharmaceutical companies are representing that they have the only scientific answers, whereas in fact most of their claims are fraudulent. Hemp oil, for instance, would do a lot better for your joints than just about anything else. Cold-pressed hemp oil whenever my joints begin to ache a bit, and I'm 73, I go do a couple of tablespoons of hemp oil, and it'll go away for a while. So I think that our diets are key to our healthy well-being, and further to bring that into perspective, it's pretty evident that we cannot allow ourselves to be living in an idiocracy anymore. We're a rainbow of people. We're all colors of people. We're all sizes and shapes of people. We're all different traditions of people. We come from a wide range of cultural varieties, but underneath it all, we're all people. We all have mothers. We all have fathers. Even if they've gone on to holier lands, they were part of all of our. So the issue today is, again, the thing that I started addressing long ago was the concept of undifferentiated consciousness. Basically, that's Paraatma, and we have a tiny bit of that differentiated consciousness from the undifferentiated consciousness in ourselves, and that's called the Atma in the Vedas, and they're very clear about that. They're also very clear, well, not so clear, but many of the pundits agree that especially I would direct you to Sri Yukteswar, who I believe was the Satguru or the Guru for Yogananda. Anyway, there's a lineage there, and he wrote a small book, and I think it was called Dharma, which of course translates as spiritual science, and he suggested in there that the mathematics that were in use by the pundits with respect to the various ages, the yuga, as they're called, varied very greatly because it depended how you described a trillion or a million. It's like even today, of course, a million is 1,000,000 for some people, and the billion is 1,000 million, whereas in other people a billion is whatever it is. It's a lot more than we can ever count in our lifetime. So anyway, back to pineapple. Pineapple and blessed sacred herb are the best things I think you can do to worship God. So long live the pineapple. And I think if I was a pineapple, I'd be enjoying this moment as much as I am enjoying it now. Anyway, here I am signing off in the backyard of my little house, and I'll maybe switch it on in a minute and burn one. God bless, and happy trails. Look for the signs. They're all out there now. Oh, yes, indeed. Time for truth, guys. Yeah. It's gonna all come out very soon. Bye-bye. God bless. Oh, simple joys. Thank God for false teeth, eh? Oh.